There we go.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. This beautiful morning.
First Advent Sunday, leading up to Christmas today.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
So we'll leave a few minutes for people to come in.
There we go. Sorry, we're working on the technique. It's working now, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So welcome. Yeah. You were saying, Anna, about the Advents.
Yeah, that this is the first Advent Sunday of 4 Sundays that we will be meeting during this gathering. And so we wanted to welcome everyone. We'll allow for a few minutes before everybody actually comes in because it's not quite 8 o'clock. And
Yeah.
we see in the group that there are a lot of new people who have not worked with us in the past. So, welcome. We're really thrilled that you felt this call to be with us in this 3 week gathering, holding this high field of love and light that we will be creating together for peace and for healing. So,
Yeah.
thank you for being with us.
Yeah. It's miraculous that for some of you, it's been a year ago that you were participating in the Great Passage. I saw that in the comments. And it's been an incredible year, and we welcome you back again in this beautiful time of the year when we are in many traditions moving towards the light. And yeah, in the Christian tradition, we have the first Advent today, moving into Christmas. And we feel that our whole journey is moving into the winter solstice, which is going to be extremely powerful. And there's many people of us here joining that are on the southern hemisphere, moving into the summer solstice, which is a great high peak that they are holding for all of us. And we are on the side where we're moving into the winter solstice, so it's quite dark here still, but we are getting the sun any moment coming in, I hope. So welcome everybody. It's lovely to see you from wherever you are. It's great if you can share where you're from, so that we have a kind of visual feeling where all of you are residing at the moment,
Yeah. And
and to see you.
today in the Mayan calendar, it's the energy is focus on liberation today and share this with the world. So that's
Yeah,
perfectly timed for the work that we're doing.
yeah. It's always amazing how it works when we are guided to do a specific work, and not knowing exactly where it's moving towards. That is always like these moments we see in the Mayan calendar or in the astrology, how it is all supported to do the work. So we have the wind in our back in a way
Mm.
to keep moving. Yeah. We want to say maybe something for those who are new. We're going to get slowly started because normally we talk a little bit about what is in the field. And today it's also a little bit about getting everybody on board on how we're going to be working in this channel. Yeah. So for those of you who are new, it's very important that you honor your own inner navigation system in all the work we're going to be doing, if it's the talk part or the meditation, and really only take what resonates. We say that often, but it is really about honoring your inner resonance, your inner truth. And so just take whatever resonates. Yeah. And during our collective meditation that we will be entering in 15 minutes or so, you may choose to follow the journeys we guide, or you may be internally guided to simply hold space. So for others to do the process of this journey. And it can also be that you're guided to follow a completely different inner work, because that is, the field is going to be so strong, and you might be drawn into a whole new area for yourself, for inner work directed by your highest self. So, and then you're using the power of love and light that we are creating in this collective field. So really feel free how you are directed from your heart.
Yeah, that's
Can you
very,
say something maybe about our meditation? Shall we say a little bit more about that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those who have been with us for some time know our meditations. Others of you who are new, we our meditations use guided heart imagery, inner alchemy, also, and we work with light frequencies. So we also work with various realms in and on Gaia and in our galaxy. So for some of you, this may be completely new. And so if that's the case, we encourage you to not get too caught up mentally. Yeah, just follow the meditation and just relax and surrender into the field, because that's probably the best advice that we can give. What needs to happen will happen in exactly the way that is best for it to happen for you.
Yeah.
They're really not mental exercises, these meditations. They're to be felt by the heart, with the body, to be felt, to be sensed, to be seen. So surrender and just enjoy.
Yeah, that's a good advice, Anna. Enjoy the journey. And for those of you who've just come in, welcome from our side. We are going through a few of the guidelines and explanations of what we will be doing in the coming 24 days. And actually, this channel opens on the 11th of the 11th, isn't it? So we're really starting today with the Great Regenesis, but the channel as such was like a jump start on the 11th of November. And we felt that, and we found out it was exactly 40 days from the 11th to the 21st of December, which has always been a sacred time to really, step into a specific transformation. And we'll be feeling the field increasing towards the 21st of December. We know it is really a build-up always, and we don't know yet how we will be guided. We are working in the moment, and the same will probably apply for all of you. Yeah, this gathering is such a great opportunity for each of us, because we are creating this collective field that will bring healing, that will bring transformation to ourselves and to our planet in a truly special way. So we also know this is going to be a time of major purification. We will not be talking about astrology today, but there's lots of information out there already, which is really showing the mirror we see in the outer worlds, that there's lots of conflicts. There is a mass psychological manipulation going on, media propaganda to promote certain agendas, and much, much more is happening worldwide, which makes these times very challenging. But be aware that this is all purification. It is a field that will be opening up. So we make space for the new to fall in almost from the great creation. Yeah, so it's a very special time. And during the weeks when we are in between our meditations, follow your inner guidance, feel what's happening. Maybe you want to start a journal or whatever way it feels good for you, to really feel what's happening. Take time to go inside to feel what is happening, because you might be triggered in specific layers. Yeah.
We should talk about this a little bit with the triggers and the mirroring, because it's important to be conscious of this, that because the field is so polarized, we can be easily triggered, and it can be very difficult to navigate. So what we invite you to do is to take any of these triggers as information. If you can move beyond the emotional aspect, or even while you're in the emotional aspect, to recognize, okay, there's information here for me at this time that is useful for my own spiritual evolution, rather than reflecting it back into the field to feed the field and making it more inflamed, because the astrological constellation is highly inflamed for the upcoming period. So there is great potential for mirroring, and also a great potential to grow spiritually. And that's what we are here for also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe we can, when you talk like that, it's also important, I think, to touch on the high frequencies. In the whole preparation and also this morning, we deeply felt our prayer for all of us, that each and every one receive what she or he needs for your own purification and your evolution in the easiest, gentlest, and smoothest way possible. Yeah. So there can be joy in this process. There will be very high frequencies activated by us all coming together with a common intention of creating a world based on peace and love, which is an extremely high frequency. And these very high frequencies, they are very conducive, auspicious to healing to all levels. And for each of us individually and for the human family, because I mean, we feel all these things personally, but we're really doing a lot of work, maybe almost all of the work actually for the collective at the moment. And each and every one of us, we know, will go through an atomic transformation during this gathering. And that will bring us closer to our higher spiritual nature, which is the work we are doing. It's the work that Mary Magdalene School is doing, guided by Mary Magdalene and her beloved Yeshua. And we know that each person will transition into more of an alignment of your true I am nature, your I am presence. And then you will feel the divine flow that is truly life-changing and will be carrying you through everything you're moving through in your day-to-day life.
Mm.
It's a very interesting work to be in, the field to be in these high frequency, because they're so potent, and they support us in strong creation mechanisms. Maybe
Yeah.
we should explain a little bit about the creation mechanisms, how we work on that level.
Yeah, this is something I think that we can all be learning from at this time. There are many types of creation mechanisms, but um, here, just as during this first moment that we meet together, and for those who are new, um, we work with creation mechanisms that create from the heart. What we're experiencing in today's world is a consciousness that's creating from the mind, that's disconnected from the heart. And this disconnect from the heart could actually be considered the number one disease on our planet today, the number one illness. So when the mind creates realities without this connection to the heart, the manifestation is by definition a polarized reality. We have two hemispheres, and the way that this creation works is in polarization. So there may be a creation of very beautiful things, but at the same time, there's a creation of really awful things. So this happens when we are disconnected from the heart, and the disease is very visible. So the creation that we propose in this channel is a heart-based creation. So when we're in the heart, we are never in conflict, and we always create something that is good for all of life. This is the type of creation that right now we are in the process of relearning through the crisis in the world. And this type of creation also knows how to create from nothing. Yeah. So maybe Petra, you can talk about that a little bit, about what it means to create from nothing and what it means to create in reaction to something, because these are very different processes.
It makes all the difference. And we are so used and trained to create in reaction, often coming from the, what we say, the lower mind or the lower self. I mean, not creating in reaction to something is our starting points. When we create as a reaction to something that already is, then we are not creating something purely new, but rather we are recreating a variation of something that already exists. And in this particular channel, the way we work, the way we believe, the way we are guided, is creating something completely new necessitates an emptying of what already is. Creating from nothing requires the ability to read the heart dreams, which is not possible when we are entangled in existing stories. It's just not possible. And this emptying, to really become empty and in surrender to divine guidance, requires practice and trust. Yeah, it requires that we become comfortable walking a path that is totally unknown and that appears only as we walk it. You know, it's like really stepping in trust and confidence, moving forwards being empty, observe and be in the heart, and it will reveal itself and it will be manifested from that field in ways that we cannot imagine. Not imagine as we are used to, like as acting from reaction. And we'll be coming back to this topic in the meetings to come, because we feel this is the basis of the work of the creation of Earth as we are all holding it in our hearts. So what we dream for the new era. And that's very important. But in the meantime, we will be working with the discipline of becoming as empty as possible, which is a challenge on itself in the current times, because there's so many information coming our direction on all levels. But to be in an empty space of surrender and and touching on divine will and divine direction is the most graceful gift that we can receive, I feel, at this moment in time. Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah,
So before we go into some of the basic guidelines of this channel, we just wanted to ask you to like our page if you like what we do. That helps other people find us. It helps our community to grow. And also, if there are other people that you know that may benefit from this work or would like to participate, then please invite them in with the link on the school page. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And
So,
there's a few general points maybe we can make, because this is a new channel and it's really important that we honor both the hygiene guidances, which we will be sharing also in the channel, but also some announcements where to find the recorded meditations. That's like these lives that we are doing now. You can find anything that we are posting under announcements in this channel. There's a menu in the Facebook group and it says announcements, and the meditations that have been there already are to be found under this button, but also any kind of post from our site. Yeah. So that will be found there all together. And it's also great maybe to tell that this time, for the first time in this gathering, our meditations will be translated into French, Italian, German, and Spanish. And this is a whole new experiment for us. We're so grateful for the volunteer translators who will be doing this. We will post the translations as soon as they are ready. That will not be instantly, but these translators will work with it in the coming time, and we'll post it in this group for those who prefer to listen to it in their native language. And of course, these English meditations will also be on this page.
I would like to also thank all those people who have offered to translate into other languages as well. We're really grateful for your offers, but we are not able to process from our end yet. So we're going a bit at a time, and but we do want to just mention that we are grateful, and maybe the next time around we'll be able to build on the amount of languages. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how do we treat this channel? That's something
Yeah.
that we want to talk about. What to post and what not to post. This is important. We have come to this work and we have set up this specific channel for specific work. So we ask that you treat it as a temple. We ask that you treat it as a sanctuary in which we are together over the following weeks to build up a magnetic field of pure creation for pure creation. This requires a lot of focus, and it requires also respecting the hygiene of keeping this sanctuary pure. So
Yeah.
we understand that there is inner drive sometime to share messages from political and social areas, but please do not do that here. There are other channels that you can use for that. The stronger we imagine the new in this work, the more we are using the collective potential for this gathering. So let's keep it very, very clear what it is that we're doing. And before you post something, please ask yourself if it is really relevant to the work that we are doing. If there are posts that are not respecting guidelines, then we will have to remove them. And we ask you to take a look at two posts that we will be putting up, which are about the guidelines and respecting guidelines. So please
Yeah.
read them through so that you are more clear. And maybe do you want to say something more about that, Petra?
Yeah, well, I think it's no, not so much about that, but I think it's important that we do say that we will treat each other with the most respect. You know, we treat ourselves with the most respect in this process, as we need to be respectful to others' posts and processes. And I think that's something that's an atmosphere that we would like to create all together. So it's a safe channel also to share and to ask for support, to ask for sharing from the wisdom that we all carry in our hearts. And in that way, we as a community can grow all together in a much stronger way than we will be doing alone. So that's the benefit of being in a community like this. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll try to all focus on the essence of this channels in order to build up that essence of creation. And in terms of our meetings, we always start with a talk about real-time themes, and we repeat only take what resonates. And then we follow with a collective meditation for us to do the work and build the field.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a there's also well, we encourage you to work on your grounding, or when we say work on your grounding, remember the grounding component because it's very important when we're working with these high frequencies to ground. There is a there is a post, I think it's already up now. Do you know?
No, it will be coming soon about the importance of being in nature, touching the earth with your bare foot. It's really important to instantly ground in a very deep way, but it will come into this group. And most of you are, I think, aware of how to ground in your own way, touching, hugging trees. I mean, it's also an incredible strong way, but remember to ground. I think it's important. And also to drink lots of water. I mean, our body is an electric circuitry that can process these energies only when it is hydrated enough. And what comes with all of these times is that we take enough rest also. And we really invite you to be as inward focused as possible these times and in this work. It's the best for yourself, it's best for the world that you have enough rest, that you have enough time to spend with yourself to see what it is that is processing inside of you. And there are also many adjustments that will be made into the physical body. So if you feel fatigue or that you're tired or sometimes even exhausted without knowing what's going on, I mean, the energies are twirling around us at the moment. It's like a storm in a way. And yet we are in the center in a calm place, but it requires something from our body to adjust to all of these energies. And the energies that we'll be working with are also having an impact on the body. Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
We are changing biology with this kind of work.
yeah.
So we encourage you to share your experiences related to this work in the coming 24 days. Share your insights, your wisdom. I mean, this is an incredible channel. There are thousands of us, and there's so much wisdom. Each of you is such a holder of wisdom. So please share. Please share for the benefit of the evolution of all of us.
Yeah.
And before we go into our meditation today, we just wanted to talk a little bit about what an opening ceremony is, because we will be doing not so much a formal ceremony as we have sometimes in the past, but we will be opening the channel formally today. And So this is a channel of preparation and a start for the week to come. So you will notice in the coming week that the process has started because the field will be there. And for many of you, it has already started. For us, definitely it has already started. We feel already for a couple of weeks since the 11th that there has been a channel opening, and now we are opening it really with all of you together formally. So allow that to work. Come back to the meditation when you feel called. Give yourself
I want to say something about it,
yeah.
because the meditations will always be different. And that is, I think, the treasure of a guided meditation that we receive through our work, is that it has layers of codes almost that will always relate in a different way with you. So although you might be aware what the meditation is about, how it is transmitting its intelligence to you will always be different. And we know that because it's happening every day, and we receive lots of responses from people that it works like that. So take benefits and honor these transformative codes that are in these meditations for your own benefits. It can be really powerful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these meditations really are multidimensional in nature, and they meet you where you are in your multidimensionality, and this is always in movement. And this is why each time that you use these meditations, they are different. So enjoy them, benefit the most possible from this field that we're creating together, and thank you all for this gift that we're giving ourselves and each other. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you for showing up from wherever you are. Be gentle on yourself. And also, when the meditation is finished, take some time also for yourself to stay in that field if that's possible. And the next meditation will be next week, in a week from now. So without further talk, we will be preparing ourselves for the work to go inwards. Thank you for being all here. We feel so privileged to have you here in our channel. So make yourself ready for this work. So you're invited now to go inside. Take a moment to make yourself comfortable for this ceremony of deep connection with the greater Earth family. And find a place and a way to sit or lie down, whatever you prefer, but find a place that is comfortable yet active. And see if you can keep your spine as straight as possible without forcing anything. Just maybe you can imagine that there's a little wire in your spine, and you pull it up a little bit so that you're coming a little bit more straight than you were. But don't force anything. Just relax and move inside by taking a few deep breaths in and out. And when you exhale, release any thoughts that is there from the past or the future. Just release them. This is a very precious moment for you to be here. So just release all these thoughts. You might feel some stress or blockages still in your system. Just allow them to be released. And breathe in and out with ease. Don't force anything. And while you do that, you notice that your body is slowly taking back its authentic position, its inner authentic position, a position of pureness and wholeness. Your body is perfect. So while breathing in and out, you feel how your body is responding to this most natural movements inside of us, nourishing us. And we notice how all energy cords are released from the outside world and to any stories that we're holding from our daily life or from our routines. All these cords are being released now. So you come into this space in the most pure position and presence that you are. It feels like an arrival home. It is the arrival in the eternal now. There is only eternal now. So come fully into this space and take your time to bring all of your attention inside of yourself. And bring your attention to the wholeness of your energy bodies. Your energy bodies, including your physical body. And you are pure, fluid, ever-moving energy. All of your body system is pure energy. Witness this from inside. See how your bodies communicate with each other, how they are fluids moving. It is a community of divine energy, a community of divine cells, connected with each other to serve your earth journey now. These bodies serve you in the best possible way by ever moving flow. Observe your body in a neutral way, scan your energetic bodies, and notice that they are in full communion with each other. There's no separation, only communion. And some of us might see this, see the energetic bodies and the physical body as energy bodies, and others will feel it or sense it. It's all well. Just be aware that all of your body systems are pure energies, always changing and moving. Take a moment to honor this perfection of the body. Honor its intelligence, the way it communicates always. We don't have to do anything but surrender. Surrender to the inner wisdom and the divine orchestration. All has its place. And if you feel that there's still thoughts coming through you, just watch them, observe them, and let them pass like softly drifting clouds in the sky. Now come back with your attention to your breath, this natural rhythm in and out. And from here, you slowly bring your attention to the space of your heart, the sacred space of your heart. You know exactly where it is. This is the most pure place inside of you. It's the purest part of you that resides here. And in the sacred space of the heart, there is a deep silence. And in this silence, there is love and light. In this sacred space, we nourish and we care the seeds of creation. We are the human creators of life. And our purest intentions arise from this place. The new earth rises from here. Now feel, sense, or see how this whole space is permeated with love, with unconditional love. There is so much love there within this spaciousness of the heart. Now take a moment to rest in this field. Feel how this field is holding you with unconditional love that is you. And in the center of this sacred space, there is a little flame, a little white gold flame. Just observe it. And from this space of unconditional love, we bring our attention to Gaia Earth and connect to her center. We send our love to Gaia Earth, who provides us with everything we need and more. And we notice that she is a living communion, a body of so much life inside of her and outside of her. We're all part of her as one body of communion. And we bring all our love to her, our mother. And you feel how she immediately responds to us with sending her love back to us. She loves us unconditionally. We are her beloved child. Now feel the interaction from your heart space to the heart of Mother Earth. Feel the love flowing inside of you towards her and how it returns back to you and how it fills you. Feel the love for Earth, Gaia Earth, our planet, our home at this moment in time. And now from here, we bring our attention back to the space of the hearts. And from here, we bring our attention to Father Sky, the infinite skies above us, the deep blue skies. full of potential. And we send our love to Father Sky, the infinite skies above us. And immediately he responds back with his love for us, sending his love to us, full of potential, full of love. And we feel and we notice the interaction between us inside our hearts and Father Sky. We are his beloved child. And we let it fill our whole system. And as this is moving, we notice that there is a lemniscat moving from Father Sky through us to Mother Earth and back in the infinite flow of life as a lemniscat. And we are exactly in the middle of the two of them, being their beloved child. We are in the middle of these life-giving forces, and being the child of the two. And we feel how the divine light of them flows through us. And we become aware that the seed of creation is inside of us, inside of our hearts. It is planted there in the beginning of times into the original human species. And it is still there. Now connect to the inner flame of your soul in the sacred space of our hearts. And see, feel, or sense the seed of creation inside of you. You know exactly where the seed of creation is inside of you. Give space to this seed. This seed is residing almost in a womb inside of you. And we breathe space into this womb where the seed is waiting for us. And as we breathe space into this most sacred space, we observe the expansive energy in this space. There's more and more expansion around the seeds. We don't have to do anything. It moves on its own. It creates space and expansion for the seeds to grow. Just observe. Be still. And allow it to happen on its own. Be the witness of this most sacred step in humanity's history. And feel the expansion in your hearts. And feel how we are all guided by our higher self, by the Creator. And while the expansion increases and increases, we notice that the little flame inside of our hearts is a flame of white gold's unconditional love. And we connect to this white gold flame. And the more attention we bring there, the more the energy amplifies. It grows inside of us and in our surrounding. And it connects to the web of life of Gaia that is all around Gaia. We see the light, the white gold light expanding from inside of our hearts into our surroundings and wider, all around the globe. And we see that this web of oneness is the web we are all participating in. And it is now time to connect deeply from this inner flame to all the participants in this circle, from this gathering, and all those who will participate later in time. So visualize this inner flame of unconditional love, and bring this light to the heart of the other participants, and see how it moves on to the other and the other, all the participants around the globe, like a ribbon of light and love. And feel the unconditional love for all of humanity in this circle of connection. And while this process keeps moving, we honor each other. We honor the diversity in unity. And we feel how we are all connected with our energy fields to each other and sharing our gifts with each other. We are with so many. And inside of us, we bow with gratitude for each other and with compassion for all the paths that we have all been taking so far. And we honor the wisdom in each other, the treasure that everything has brought to us, every experience in any lifetime. It's all here. And it's now time to bring in all these treasures to create the new. And we notice that many of us have come to seed the seeds we were given by grace. So they will germinate, they will grow, they will blossom, they will bring fruits, all in divine timing. And we notice that all these seeds that we held in our hearts are different and unique. And we notice that we are all perfectly equipped to seed the seed that we are holding. And we surrender in this harmonic field of one, allowing the divine force to guide us. Observe how the unified resonance rises in our circle, and from there in the ether of earth, you might feel this with sensations in your body. Now take a moment to feel into your own individual soul journey at this moment on earth. Notice and feel your place in the community of the one heart. Connect deeper and deeper with all the others in this community. Just allow the interaction to happen and the sharing and the communication, heart to heart. And send into this network your deepest intention for this journey, the one that is rising now. What is your intention for this journey? Bring it into this circle of soul family, into this field of light. And feel the nourishment of this field with all its love. Let yourself be nourished. We now bring our attention back while we stay connected with the circle to our sacred space of our hearts. And we move again with our attention to the white gold flame that radiates there. The flame of potential, the flame of unconditional love, the flame of fertility. And see with the attention you bring to this flame that it increases its fields inside of your body, and it brings all of its white gold intelligence and light into your body cells, into the deepest particles of your physical body, and see how it moves deeper and deeper into the layers of your DNA. And while the white gold flame, the light of this flame touches your DNA, those of you who still have dormant parts of their DNA and are ready to open them, those parts will be activated now by the white gold flame. Just surrender and allow it to happen. Be aware that your original blueprint, your original DNA is turned back online. This activation today is a gift for many of us. And it will all happen in divine timing. And now from this place in our hearts, we connect with the greater earth family of love and light on Gaia, the network. And we connect with our hearts to the animal kingdom. We send them our love, and we feel how much love they share with us. All of the animals, those living on the land, those living in the waters, in the air, everywhere. The little ones in the earth. And from here we connect to the plant kingdom, the network of all plants, trees, bushes, flowers, everything. There's a whole network there in full connection with all of us, communicating, sharing their wisdom. Send them your love and feel how much they love us, the human beings. And from here we connect with the elementals, the elemental kingdom, and all of its expressions. They are with so many, and they've so long waited for this moment. And they are overjoyed with connecting with us. And the network becomes stronger and stronger. And from here we connect to the mineral kingdom, the kingdom that holds the intelligence, the remembrance of the earliest of times on Gaia Earth, all of the wisdom, all of its codes, so much intelligence and love is held in the mineral kingdom. So connect from your heart with the mineral kingdom. And maybe you notice a very specific mineral that is in your field now. Just observe it, nothing else. And feel how strong this network of one heart is. Feel the communication between all of these networks with ourselves. And while we feel this unity, we honor the 5 elements on earth: fire, water, air, earth, and ether. And we honor the 7 directions: the east, the south, the west, the north, the upward direction, the downward direction, and the direction within. And we feel that the network of earth, of the one heart, is incredibly strong, connected, anchored. And from here we are now invited in guidance of Gaia Earth and her crystalline hearts. And standing across her planets, all connected, we now observe in the etheric realms one of the original earth temples on the African continent revealing itself. We witness its splendor, its immense landscapes, its gardens, the animals from the beginning of times. All of them are there. Observe the kingdoms from the animals, the plants, elementals, minerals. There is so much abundance there. All these life forms the full templates of the hologram of the beginning of times are held in this original temple on the African continent. Just observe it, nothing else. And while we observe it, we feel that the whole atmosphere of this temple place is pure bliss. It's peaceful and harmonious. And all of the temple complex, the whole area, which is huge, is permeated with Sophia Christ consciousness. You notice the harmonic resonance of unconditional love that is there. And it is time to be witnessed again and to be remembered. And while we see the splendor of this place and the abundance everywhere, we notice that in the center, there is a sacred space, a specific temple place where we notice that Mary Magdalene and Yeshua are expecting us. They show themselves in this moment as crowned beings in white gold energy robes. We wait and we observe and we connect to them heart to heart to honor them in our own way. They have been expecting us here at this moment in time. And while we connect to them heart to heart, we observe the presence of the Divine Mother, the Sophia of all creation. It's all around them. And we notice the angelic realms coming in now in waves of many, many groups. And they surround our circle for the protection of each individual, each of us, and for the work of light, for this co-creation during the Great Regenesis. They are all here for us. Many, many, many surrounding us. And we notice the protective field they're creating. And we notice the archangels. And they are under the guidance of Metatron, specifically for the Great Regenesis. And we see in our larger circle and our network that now are entering the Ascended Masters and the Ancient Ones, ascended ancestors from our lineage, those who go back all the way to the beginning of times, to the beginning of Earth. All of them are present for this glorious moment on Earth. And we see more light realms coming in. We welcome the Pleiadians. We welcome the Arcturians, the Lemurian High Council, the Lemurians, and the light beings from inner Earth. We welcome the Whale Elders, the Brother and Sisterhood of Light. We welcome Ganesh. traveler and the circle of crystal skulls, the Galactic Federation of Light. And we are gifted with the presence of Babaji. And as this gathering in this temple is coming into place, we notice that there are dragons all around in the fields to be with us. And all of them have come here for this gathering, the great regenesis of Earth and humanity and all of life. And they will all bring their wisdom to this rebirth. And we now notice that Mary Magdalene and Joshua are inviting us to come closer to them. And we move in slow pace, slower and slower, closer to them. Just take your time to observe. And the closer we move, we notice that we become more and more empty. We just observe and become empty. And we feel our inner space emptying more and more. And there's a deep, peaceful emptiness. There is no thing in this inner space. Pure empty space and beingness. And when you find your place in front of Mary Magdalene and Joshua, and the space is empty, yet full of infinite potential, we stay here for a few minutes in this spacious being with them. And with a touch of a breeze, a small, tiny feeling of a wind, we come back again in front of them, and we are invited to come back to this spacious, nothing, infinite potential as often as we are called. And we will always find them there to guide us and protect us. Enter this space of divinity. We now bring back our attention to our sacred space of the heart and to our presence, the I am presence that we feel inside of us. And we just notice the flow of divine love flowing through us. Feel how the spirit is flowing through us. And stay receptive and observe and let the spirit, the God force, the cosmic intelligence, just your higher self, just flow in divine perfection. Stay as empty as possible to allow this flow. There's nothing else but divine love. And now in deep gratitude, we return our awareness to our inner being. Just take a moment to observe our inner worlds. And we become aware of all the people in this gathering and the connection to all of us holding the same intention of the highest goods for Gaia, for the galaxy, for all the living beings. And from this space of emptiness, yet full of potential, we connect again to all of us participating in this field. Human beings and beings from other kingdoms. Let the divine flow just happen. Just release, surrender. There's nothing you have to do but be and witness. And now we take a moment to pay our respects to all the beings in the network. We thank Mary Magdalene and Joshua for their guidance for today and for all the days to come. And we send our love and honor to all the light beings that are around us now and who will continue very loyally and lovingly to support us in this journey ahead. They are full of joy and grateful that we have all said yes together now. And now from this space of silence and emptiness, without leaving it in our hearts, we slowly come back to the consciousness of our body. We bring our attention back to our physical body. And we feel the spaciousness of our body. There's so much space in our body. And with this spaciousness, we start to slowly move our body. Start moving your fingers and your toes, being fully aware of the spaciousness of all of the cells, all of the energy that you are. Become aware of these parallel realities and merge them together as much as possible while you move slowly with your body. And stay your inner eye focused in the heart space where there's always stillness, whatever happens on the outside. And bring your awareness now to all of your physical body. Scan your physical body for a moment. Feel if it is different, if it's still the same. Maybe you feel specific sensations. Just observe it, nothing else, while you start to move a little bit more with your whole body. Maybe you want to stretch yourself, but keep your eyes closed if you can, to fully be aware of your physical body and of the spaciousness inside of your body. And move your head with just very slow movements, just gently. Move your head to the right and to the left. Just really gently. Don't force anything. Maybe you want to touch your face to feel it. And when you're ready, and only when you're ready, you open your eyes and you focus your sight on something in your space where you are, in the place where you are. And take a few moments to observe your surrounding. And activate your physical eyes again. See the details. And if you like, you can stay a little bit longer in this space. For now, we wish you a wonderful day, evening, wherever you are. Sending you our blessings. And we see you again next week. Namaste.
Namaste.